Hey guys, Joe here. Welcome back to the channel. Today I'm going to take you through what I pack for an overnight hike and hopefully gives you some ideas for those especially getting out there and just starting to do this type of thing where you're getting out hiking and you think, oh, what do I need to do an overnight hike? There's no right or wrong in what you want to pack, how much weight you'd like to carry. What works best for you is what works best for you. So I'm going to show you what I take. Hopefully it gives you some ideas. Let's get into it. If you're going to do a hike, an overnight hike, you're going to need a backpack. So this is my backpack. It's a Z-Packs Arc Blast. It's an ultralight backpack, very expensive. You don't need to get very expensive bags, just personal preference. Alrighty, so you need a good backpack. Then what I do is I put a liner in it so it stays dry. You can use a garbage bag, you can use, well, you don't need to use anything. Some people have just got a rain cover they put over their bag. I like to put a liner in there to keep everything dry, especially my sleeping bag, spare clothes, because if they get wet and it gets super cold, it can become dangerous out there in the backcountry. Alrighty, I'm just going to mute this because this will be very noisy so you don't hear all the crinkling. Liner in. The next thing I like to put in there is my sleeping bag. So I've got a down bag. I've got all my sleeping clothing in there. So I've got my thermal top, thermal bottom, my down booties. You might wear socks, whatever you wear. My down booties. I've got a beanie and a buff. So that's the next thing I put in there because this is the last thing I need. The way I look at it is, sorry I keep bobbing down, I'm trying to stay in the frame without going back too far. Maybe that's better, I don't know. The way I look at it is, pack your backpack, well this is for me anyway, get the things that I need last, put them down the bottom, things that I need first, up the top. So this will be the last thing I need when I'm setting up camp, my sleeping bag and my sleeping gear. So, as in sleeping clothing, that's going down the very bottom. So it's long ways down the bottom, as in that away, down the bottom. Okay, next thing I put in there is my spare clothes. So I've got my puffer jacket, thermal pants, thermal top, spare underwear and gloves. But again, I'll break that down and spread it out for you to have a better look. That goes in there next. Right? In front of that is my sleeping mat. So the spare, crinkle, crinkle, crinkle. So the spare clothes. Okay, so at the bottom I've got my sleeping bag and sleeping wear. On top of that I've got my spare clothes, including my puffer jacket and my warm gear. In front of that is my sleeping mat. Then I put in my pillow. It's a bit excessive, I know, because it rolls out, but it's really comfortable. So that's going in there. And make sure you squeeze things right down to the bottom so you get as much, well, fill up all the gaps so you get as much in there as possible. Alrighty, that goes in there. That's good. So that's all in there nicely. I'm just going to pick up the camera and show you. See how you go with the look. Okay, so I've squeezed those all the way down the bottom and filled up gaps nicely. Now that I've got my sleeping gear, spare clothes in there, the pack liner, I'm just going to twist it, fold it over so that it stays nice and dry no matter what. Next thing I'm going to put in there is my food bag. Okay, so I want that up near the top so that if I want to stop and have a meal, I can have something to eat. It's easy to grab, easy to access. Okay, then I'll throw my tent in as well. So now I've got tent in there up the top, my food bag up the top, and I'm going to throw my electronics bag in there as well, so that stays nice and protected. Now you notice I've got a lot of these Dyneema bags, which are waterproof bags, very durable, and they just keep everything together, nicely organised, perfect. Okay. So now I've got all that in there, I'm just going to roll that up and cinch it down. Okay, flip. Flip. Nice. Done. Okay, and there's still a bit of room in there to carry more food if I want to or whatnot. In the front bag here, I'm going to put my first aid kit and snake bite kit, so it's easily accessible. Okay, I'm going to put my water purification system in there. I'm going to put my towel in there. My trowel in there. Okay, toiletries bag, which has got my toothpaste, which has got some hand wash in there, some soap, and wipes, and what else have I got in there? Dental floss. Goes in there. Toilet paper. Personal locator beacon. Old-fashioned compass. Sunglasses. Oh, I forgot something. Also in the bag, I need to put in there. My wet weather gear in case it rains. Okay. In the hip belt pocket, I'll put my phone, but I also carry some snacks. Okay, so they're easy to get to when I'm out on the trail. Okay, my beef jerky in there as well. Next is my water. Side pocket and shoulder strap. And trekking poles, Also in my hip pocket, I put my pocket knife. We're getting there. And lastly, if you see my video, my chair, I'll just strap that up onto the top. Sorry, I'm bopping in and out of frame, but doing the best I can, guys. The other thing I've got on the backpack is a little whistle, which I've just hooked on. There's a lot of them built into backpacks onto the chest strap buckles, but I've just clipped this one on. And I made this little connection here, little Velcro strap for my GoPro when I'm out hiking, just to put the handle through there. But yeah, that's my setup, guys. Everything there that I need for an overnight hike or longer. Yeah, I could use this for a full-on through hike. I just need more food, obviously, and maybe a bit more water, perhaps. Clothing, depending on the climate, might be some slight changes. But really practical. It's taken me a few years to dial it in so that it works well for me and that it's comfortable to carry, not too heavy. I've got a lot of ideas from other YouTubers like Dan Becker, Darwin on the Trail in particular. I almost copied his system 100% because it just works. I pretty much had it similar anyhow, but a few things ideas that he had, fine-tuning for me, just made it all the better. In the description, I'll leave a list of all the items that I take and the brands and whatnot. All this gear that I'm showing you today, it's my gear. I've purchased it with my own money. I'm not sponsored by anyone or affiliated with anyone. You'll notice a lot of my gear is ultra lightweight. It's just personal preference. Now, you don't need ultra lightweight gear to go hiking. Traditional backpacks are fine, and I've got many that I've used and still have before upgrading to a lot of this stuff that I have now. So please don't be going out buying all the expensive stuff straight off, because you don't need it. You really don't. Personal choice, personal preference. There's no right or wrong. So long as you've got a backpack and something to sleep in and food and water and keep yourself safe, that's all you need to do. Like always, thank you so much for watching and supporting the channel. If you like this video, please give us a big thumbs up, hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and hit the notification bell for future videos that I put out there. Until next time, happy hiking. Bye for now.